Here. Okay, so we're going to just move you two a little bit closer to each other. There we go, right there. All right, good. Maybe a little bit of breathing, because when you reach your hands out, you're a little close. There we go. All right. Whew. All right, folks. Well, hello. Welcome to my courtroom. I'm Judge Michael Brown, and I am going to officiate this wedding this evening. Early evening, yes, there we go. I think that's right. Okay, so I should probably let you all know, I tend to be a little bit more informal when it comes to these sorts of things. As you can see, I let you all come into the courtroom. I kind of like the warmth that it brings. Besides all that, Ovie told me he's cold, so you guys got to get a little bit closer, okay? And so here's what we are going to do today, all right? One of the things we have to do, of course, is we need to witness the exchange of commitment and vows as these two young individuals enter into the most important and dynamic decision that they are going to make, and they're going to do that in front of you, okay? So before we get too far into that, one of the things we have to do is we have got to recognize the significance of the decision that you all are making, okay? And we will do that in a way that is most fitting, because of course we're here in the courtroom and you are with a judge, and so what I always look to is higher court decisions to tell me what I'm supposed to do. I like doing that. And I do that because it is helpful and it is oftentimes helpful to see what the law of the land is. And so I have it here. I hope that you all settled in. It's got a few pages to it, but just relax. I won't go through each page. But we are going to start on page number 1. We'll start on page number 1, and we'll see what the good court has for us to consider, because that's what we do, all right, in the district court. So first, we need to talk about the significance of marriage, and here in this opinion, the good court gave us some guidance about what the significance is, all right? And here's what they said. They said that the lifelong union of a man and a woman always has promised nobility and dignity to all persons without regard to their station in life, right? And here's the deal about that. When you meet, when you are drawn to another person in a way that nobody's yet been able to describe, go ahead and try to figure that out. There is no way other to describe it but this connection. And we always can tell, because we know when we don't like somebody, right? You walk in the room, you're like, ooh, bad vibe, right? And the opposite is also true, good vibe, right? That drawing sense. When you take this relationship and you convert it into a marriage, you join in a legacy of human interactions, right? That human interaction brings with it, I think bears repeating, nobility and dignity. That's what you're doing, right? Well, this court goes on to say, well, since the dawn of history, that's a mighty long time, marriage has transformed strangers into relatives, binding families and society together. Okay, well, we know that they continue to hit the mark. You all were strangers at some point in time, just a guess. And, right? And it is through the development, right, of your relationship, going from acquaintances to friends to that relationship that builds up the base to turn it into a marriage. These are the things that happen that allows you to come to this place together, right? And from that, well, your marriage will do all sorts of things because it will transform you into a family, right? You leave your respective nuclear families and you start a new one. And you know, the thing about it is that our society is built off of just that principle, that people will leave their family nucleus, that they will come together and build a new family, and that is how society gets built closer and closer, right? And so here you have that same situation where your families then get brought together through this marriage, and that, my friends here, is good for society, and it's good for your relationship, and it will be good for your marriage. All right? Well, they go on to say that there are untold references to the beauty of marriage in religious and philosophical texts that span time and cultures and faiths, as well as in art and literature and all of its form, and what they're trying to tell you, what they are trying to help you understand is how critically important it is that you made this decision, because it will not matter if you are here in Minnesota, you go this way, right? California, be the same. Go the other side. Florida is going to be the same. Well, I mean, we're at the top, so you got to go down. Texas, okay. It will be the same. You might stop at a couple of different places on the way there. I'm just trying to hit all four corners of our country to emphasize the point, right? Now you pick that up, you put it on a different continent. You put it in a different language. You put it in a different religion, doesn't matter. Your marriage, because it comes with, what did they say? Dignity and nobility, right? Will be respected everywhere you go. And that's a powerful, powerful thing. All right? So before we allow you to join into that stream of acceptance, we have to have you state out loud what is in your hearts and in your minds, and we know that it's there because you're standing here. But you got to say it out loud for your guests, okay? Ovie, I will start with you. Standing before you is Sangha Park. And she stands there prepared to hear your answer, and I need to know as well. So here's the question for you. Do you accept her to be your lawful wedded wife? If so, you will say very loud and clear for everybody to hear you, I do.
I do.
Was that loud enough?
No. I do.
I couldn't hear you.
I do.
There we go. What to say? I need to hear that. All right, Sangha. Before you is Ovie. And he stands here waiting to hear your answer, and so here is the question to you. Will you accept him to be your lawful wedded husband? If so, you will say, I do. Loud and clear.
I do.
I didn't hear you. We didn't hear you.
Oh, they're going to give you a hard time. Go ahead.
I do.
There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. And so what we do is hear from them. At this point in time, we will hear the prepared remarks they have to express what is in their hearts to each other, and we will witness this. I think you're going to have to speak up loud and clear. I think they want to hear it. Okay, so Ovie, we'll start with you, and you may begin.
Sangha, I am ecstatic about our future together. It's remarkable how resilient we've been despite a pandemic and 6,000 miles of land and sea between us. I hope you are ready. The journey ahead will present us with challenges, but also moments of bliss. As husband and wife, let us commit to working as a team, a single unit. In our interactions, let us take the time to be honest, transparent, and vulnerable. There will come moments when we fall short of our vows. In these moments, let us show grace to each other. Sarangi well.
All right, Sangha.
Ovie, my best friend, We are finally standing here together after many years of separation and a 15-hour time differences. This journey would not have been possible without your love and trust. Surrounded by all of our loved ones, I promise I will always be by your side with trust and faith. We are now living in different parts of the world, but will soon be joined together. I'm proud to call you my husband.
Well, I have always thought that the best expressions that you can have for each other are the ones you write. And so that is very special that you gave us a little glimpse into your world. We know that those are not all of the feelings that you have for each other, nor does it categorize all of the events that you've shared with each other. But it's a window, right? It is a window into your world, and I would like to express the appreciation that you let us into that window, okay? So here's what we'll do now. It is the commitment in our tradition of marriage. We make a commitment to spend our lives with a partner, right? And here's the thing, we oftentimes, you can blame media if you want. You can blame the culture if you want. You can blame the way in which we like to put these facades, okay? But I am not here to give you a rosy picture of everything, all right? I'm here to be real. And the truth of the matter is marriage takes work, all right? Marriage takes work. It is happenstance that you get drawn to somebody and you know you want to spend your life with that person, but it is the work that makes it last. And so I'm going to give you a little bit of help on that, of what to do. And I tell you, because in these tables that you can't see right now, right? But these tables, sometimes people come here to talk about their marriages and not necessarily positive terms. Okay? And what you'll see, one side sometimes is trying to express something and it comes out with tears. The other side is trying to express something and it's coming out with anger, right? And sometimes we're talking about the same thing, but they can't hear each other. Your job as a married couple is to develop a language between the two, a common language that you understand, that you can exchange ideas with, to know when to provide more support, when to give space, when to come back, when to say, I'm sorry. These people don't do that. They don't. That's why they're in that circumstance, okay? And also to forgive, because it's not going to be easy. It's going to take work, all right? But as long as you dedicate yourselves to be there for each other, to support each other, okay, and to work on that communication, you will have a very, very, very long marriage. Okay? Ovie, I'm going to start with you. I think it is time to make this dedication, all right? So, I would like for you, well, I don't know. Why don't we do this? Why don't we pass these off to somebody so that we can have a little bit of a connection, if you will. Why don't we do that? If you got something in your hand, you can put it in your pocket. No. Perfect. Then you should reach your hands out. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay.